Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Steins Gate Zero. In the last episode, we met up with Dr. Leskinen, who has returned to Japan. Apparently Maho has as well, but that was to be expected since we overheard Dr. Reyes and Dr. Leskinen talking about some juicy shit about their secret plans for coming back to Japan, and I guess Maho was involved, so she was coming with. I don't know what's gonna happen on that part, but I am scared yet again that Dr. Leskinen is definitely on the suspicion list, which makes me really sad because I've seen him get shot and killed, and that also killed my suspicions of him. But now this is kind of just reviving them. I don't know what to believe, but it's also summertime, so everyone's wearing their summer clothes, and Mayuri is wearing her Steins Gate sprite because they didn't want to use the current one, which really irritates me. But let's read on and see what's going on here at the hospital with the encephalitis shit, which is the whole people getting reading Steiner sort of thing.
アメリカ政府の依頼で精神生理学研究所が治療法を研究していたんだが手詰まりらしくてね。私も調査に加わるよう大学から命じられたというわけさ。
そうなんですか。レスキネン教授が新型脳炎を。
Now there was a word I didn't expect to hear. I explained that my friend was here because they thought she might have the disease.
もしかしてその友人というのは中瀬克美？
ああ、クリスマスパーティーで会ってましたね。
実は私が新型脳炎に興味を持ったのもあのパーティーがきっかけでね。君と克美が揃って倒れただろ？
Yeah, that's true. He was right, actually. In my case, I'd been sent to that other world line.
克美には何日か前に再会したんだけどね。私にも何度か噛みついてきてよ。どうしてまた入院させられるんだ。私は元気なのにってね。
そうでしたか。
もう少し協力的になってくれると嬉しいとリンタロウからも伝えておいてくれないかい。
ああ。
実際のところキャツミだけでなく全ての患者に申し訳ないという気持ちはあるんだ。我々も日本の医師団も研究を進めてはいるんだけどね。どうにも解せない検査結果ばかりで困り果てているのさ。
Dr. Leskinen's usually chipper expression darkened. The man was such a ball of vitality that I hadn't noticed until then, but when his smile disappeared, I could see the wrinkles that had formed on his face from exhaustion. He must have been working hard, like he said.
正直、最初はどの医師もこれほど不可解な病気だとは思っていなかったらしいんだけどね。どうしたんだ、リンタロウ？
その
何か気になることでも？
いえ、俺は医学生じゃないのでさっぱりです。
I was just about to tell him about my reading Steiner, but in the end I couldn't. If my uninformed opinion was wrong, it could cost the encephalitis patients their lives. I couldn't just tell them or tell him when I didn't have any proof. And then his face drew close to mine again, this fucking guy.
ところで、その克美がなかなか興味深いことを言っていたんだよ。
No, was she?
自分たちは病気じゃない。別の世界の出来事を夢で見る能力があるだけだとかなんとか。
I told her not to say anything about it. Could she not help it? This was bad. They might start to doubt her sanity.
中瀬さんはとても想像力がたくましいというか SF とかアニメとか大好きですから、他の平行世界を感知できる力なんて多分趣味の影響で口にしただけじゃないかと思います。実は俺もそういうことを言っていた時期があるんですよ。
God damn. I tried my best to come up with excuses, but Dr. Leskinen still seemed concerned.
だけどね、私も治療プロジェクトに参加して驚いたんだが、確かにこの病の特徴として多くの患者が夢を共有する不可思議な現象が起こっているんだ。集団幻覚に近いのかとも思って今調べているんだけどね。でもなんだろう、こんなことは初めてでね。脳科学的には今のところ解が導けない。正直非科学的という言葉が一番しっくりくるくらいだよ。それこそ平行世界とか前世の記憶とかね。
そうですか。
君も克美からいろいろと話を聞いてくれると助かるよ。医者に言えないことでも友人になら話すだろうしね。
はい、一応心がけておきます。
さて、リンタロウ、それはそれとして確認だ。
Oh yeah? Dr. Leskinen was looking over my shoulder.
クリスマスパーティーの時にも感じたんだけれど、君のガールフレンドたちはキュートなお嬢さんばかりだね。
Yeah.
え？
I turned around and saw that Mayuri, Kaide, and Yuki had all stood up from the sofa and were looking at me. When they saw Dr. Leskinen was looking at them, they waved. Excuse me there, fuck.
やはりあの中に恋人がいたりするのかい？ユキ、カエデ、マユリ、ルカ、それともカツミがそうなのかな？
Okay, first off, how the hell are you able to remember all their names perfectly, but you fuck up Okabe's so hard? Also, how is it that you just remembered them in general? That is interesting in itself and very suspicious. And a third thing, one of those aren't girls.
No.
His words were so surprising I couldn't think of anything to say. Maho would often call this middle-aged man a mischievous boy, and that was exactly the look he had on his face.
いや、別に無理に聞かせてくれとは言わないよ。君のプライベートを詮索する気はないからね。ただまあ可愛い教え子にちょっとした土産話をと思っただけさ。
Nani? Dr. Leskinen turned to walk away before I could figure out what he meant.
それじゃリンタロウ、私はもうちょっと院長と話をしないといけないから、これで。できればユキたちにも一人一人発揮していきたいところだったが、次回にとっておこう。彼女たちによろしく。
あ、はい。
Yeah, I'm just gonna go on a limb that he seems extremely suspicious now, sort of because we saw that scene in the last episode. Maybe it's just me overthinking, but he really seems to be acting differently and is really trying to pry. Like he's trying to get something out of Okabe for sure. Mayuri and the others came over to me as I watched him go.
今の人、レスキネン先生ですよね。どこかで見たことあると思った。アメリカに帰ったんじゃなかったでしたっけ？オカリ？
There was no way I could tell the girls what Dr. Leskinen and I were just talking about. Yeah. After Fubuki's exam was over, we went to her room and listened to her complain, and then the visit was over. Just like Dr. Leskinen had said, she looked just fine. She told us she was ready to leave the hospital and jog all the way home. Mayuri and the others were relieved, but I felt worried. Did I need to talk to Dr. Leskinen about reading Steiner after all? But how would I explain it? It might be a better idea to talk to Maho and have her explain it to him. I couldn't come to an answer right away. I'm not sure about this, Okabe. I feel like we're just walking into the enemy's hands. I guess we'll be following Suzuha. It was a very hot day in 1998 when Suzuha said goodbye to Kagari Shiina. Ah, great. Back to the whole Kagari thing. Like, okay, not to be mean or anything, but Kagari is such a boring-ass character, and I'm so glad she hasn't popped up at in any point, or really any point in this branch. She'd gone to get food and water from a local store, and when she'd come back and opened the hatch, Kagari was inside screaming. The hell is she doing? She looked inside and saw that Kagari was slamming her tiny hands down on the control console.
お前、何をしてるんだ?
Kagari shrank back when she saw Suzuha.
違うの。これは、その。答えろ。目を覚ましたら鈴葉お姉ちゃんがいなくて、真っ暗で明かりもつかないし、狭くて怖くて苦しくて、だからかがりドアを開けたくて、それであちこちいじってるうちにこんなことに。
Kagari started to cry.
ごめんなさい、鈴葉お姉ちゃん。ごめんなさい。でも本当に怖かったんだ。だから。そうか。
Suzuha relaxed her guard. Kagari had PTSD from her time as a war orphan, and she hadn't fully recovered yet. Mayuri had once told her that she got very frightened in dark and cramped places. It would make sense if waking up in the dark caused a panic attack. And the time machine could only function with Suzuha's biometric authorization. Someone of Kagari's size wouldn't be able to break the console either.
お前は時間移動のショックで気を失ってたんだよ。だから休ませておいたんだけど、悪かった。
Ah, so this was all before Kagari decided to point a gun at Suzuha's face. Suzuha grabbed one of Kagari's tiny hands to help her up, and then led her outside the machine.
Kagari, 約束するんだ。どんなことがあっても操縦席のスイッチに触ったりするな。いいな。じゃあ、私は仕事にかかるから、お前はその辺で休んでるんだ。飲み物と食べ物は適当に食べていい。
Suzuha handed Kagari the provisions she'd bought, then went inside and poked her head into the cargo space under the control console. She connected the IBM 5100 she stored there to a portable terminal she'd brought from the future. By all appearances, it was an early 2000s cell phone, but inside it was a miniaturized quantum computer from the year 2036. Of course, future Daru had made it himself. When she booted up the IBM 5100, rows of numbers started to appear on the screen.
何をするの?
Kagari was looking in from outside the machine.
2000年問題は勉強したか? 施設の学校でちょっとだけ。結局何にも起こらなかったんでしょ? 表向きはね。公表されてないけど、実は当時あれのせいでいくつかの地域や国に深刻な問題が起きたんだ。そうなの？問題だったのは この IBN5100 というコンピューターなんだよ。これには古いプログラム言語が搭載されてるんだけど、そのプログラムの問題点を技術者たちが修正できなかった。というより、そんな言語で書かれた重大なプログラムが存在すること自体全く知られてなかった。第三次世界大戦はタイムマシンの開発競争が発端なんだけど、もしかすると2000年問題で発生したある事象とそれに付随する対立こそがもっと深い原因である可能性がある。
Wasn't the main concern or like the main issue with the transition into 1990 or from 1999 to 2000 pretty much like the date rollover? Because a lot of systems back then were kind of set up in a stupid manner where they'd kind of just roll back instead of roll forward, or am I just completely wrong? Maybe I should look into all of that, because yeah, I was alive at that time, but I was like 3 or 4 years old. Would I have been 4? No, I would have been 3. Maybe. I don't know. I can't do quick math. Anyways, I don't know. It's all kind of ridiculous when you kind of look back on it. A lot of people were very superstitious. But that's us humans for you. She didn't expect a 10-year-old like Kagari to understand this, but she didn't feel like taking the time to explain.
しかも西暦2000年というのは特殊な年でね。すべての世界線が一旦一つに収束してしまうらしいんだ。それに関連してこの問題があらゆる世界線の因果に重大な影響を引き起こすかもしれない。私たちが目指してる狭間の世界線、シュタインズゲートも例外じゃない。
She looked down at the terminal connected to the IBN 5100.
だからこれは2000年問題を起こさないようにするための修正プログラムなんだよ。
Right now, the terminal was converting the patch into the language used by the IBN 5100. The next step was to spread this program all around the world in the form of a virus, and the year 2000 problems that this era's engineers missed would completely disappear. The word connect appeared on the terminal's subscreen.
OK。つながった。
Now it all makes sense. We're in the beta world line, and it's because of Suzuha that... Wait, none of that would have made sense. I'll continue talking in this strange story. Because of Suzuha, we're all saved because she spread a virus, and we're all good. But because World War III started in 2015, we're still fighting 4 years in. Yeah, that made no sense, I'm sorry. Tried to be funny, and I failed. She'd been told that in Japan in this era, ADSL was still in the test phase, and most normal users connected to the internet by low-speed dial-up using ISDN. But in the major cities like Akihabara, universities, labs, and some big computer companies were starting to use fiber optic broadband. Some of them were using wireless LANs. Seriously, this early? It's 1998. I really would not have expected them to start using, well, first off, broadband. Now that started pretty dang early, but really? Wireless LANs? Suzuha cracked her way into one of those. Dad had laughed when he'd said that with 2036 technology, cracking late 20th century network security was a joke, but he'd been right.
でも未来を変えちゃったら、かがりたちがいた未来の世界も全然変わっちゃうんじゃないの?
Surprisingly, Kagari had gotten the gist of what Suzuha had just told her.
そういうことだ。もうあの世界は存在させない。私たちはシュタインズゲートを目指すためにここへ来たんだから。
Now you better fucking watch out, because I'm gonna pull a gun on you, suddenly. The uneasy look on Kagari's face vanished. It was as if her soul had left its body. Suddenly her face was expressionless, and her eyes were wide.
声。神様の声。聞こえる。かがり？ダメだよ。よくないよ。 ダメなんだよ、鈴葉お姉ちゃん。そんなことしちゃいけないんだ。おい。
I really wish she didn't take Kagari along. It would have made so many things so much simpler if Kagari was left back in the future. A lot of that sentence was really hard to understand, but yeah. I wish he wasn't here. Kagari was acting strangely. Suspiciously, Suzuha reached her hand out towards her. But... oh, not this shit again. She slipped past Suzuha's hand. And quicker than any child should be able to move, she slammed her shoulder straight into Suzuha's body. What the yuck? Suzuha was caught completely off guard. That's how fast it was. Kagari's shoulder hit her head, or hit her in the solar plexus, excuse me. She bent over and collapsed onto the seat. Kagari tore the terminal out of Suzuha's hands. The cables connecting it to the IBN 5100 were ripped out and errors displayed on both screens. Kagari didn't answer the question. Instead, she grabbed the backpack that Suzuha had placed on the seat and spilled its contents onto the floor. There were MREs, spare parts, clothes, and a semi-automatic pistol. Suzuha couldn't believe it. Kagari was going to try and pick it up. She forced herself to ignore the pain as she jumped on Kagari's body. But another unbelievably powerful body slam knocked her back. And so here we are again. Something cold was pushed right up against her brow. Kagari's tiny hands weren't shaking at all as they clutched the semi-automatic pistol. In the space of an instant, the safety on the gun had been flipped off. That's when Suzuha realized that this wasn't just a temper tantrum. Suzuha was the one who taught her how to use a gun. That's why she knew that Kagari was perfectly calm. There was no hesitation in her eyes. Instead, Suzuha saw only resolve. Again, why did we bring this kid along? Kagari turned the gun towards the IBN 5100. Let me ask a third time. Why? Before Suzuha could stop her, she yanked down on the trigger. Again and again. And then Kagari jumped out of the time machine, and Suzuha never saw her again. Jesus fuck. Well, we got that backstory a little bit more expanded upon. On every night that passed, she remembered Kagari. Suzuha had spent some time looking for Kagari when she'd first come to this era, but in the end she'd never found anything. It's probably for the best. But Kagari Shiina, who was now 22 years old, was here in Akihabara. Suzuha was sure of it. But it did no good to keep thinking about it. So Suzuha decided to stop thinking and look around the room. Oh god! Oh no! That's a lot of skin, Daru. But they are using his new sprite, I'm pretty sure. Itaru, her dad, was playing yet another game populated entirely with female characters. His jaw was slack, and he was scratching the belly fat that stuck out from under his shirt as he played. There wasn't much to respect in him right now, either as a father or as a person.
そういえば、母さんとはうまくやれてる？
ね？
大丈夫？私が生まれてこなくなるような事態にならないよね。
なんつうの？タイムマシンよりもなんだい？
ちょっと。
Suzuha stormed over to Itaru.
困るよ、父さん。
うん。パパ、頑張るからね。
いっつも口ばっかり。結局、例の映画のチケットも無駄にしちゃったんでしょ？
She meant the pair of movie tickets that Mayuri and Feris had conspired to give them at the Christmas party.
あれはさ、オカリンと吹雪氏が倒れちゃったじゃん。その後、お見舞いとかでバタバタしてるうちに映画が終わっちゃってたわけで、しょうがないっつうか。
でもその後、新しいチケットを用意しようとしたら断ったって聞いたけど。
誰に？
まゆ姉さんとルミ姉さんに決まってるじゃないか。
そりゃあれだ。マユシとフェイリスターに頼りきりなんて男らしくないっしょ。キリ。
で、自分で何か行動に移したわけ？ダメだこれ。
Maybe this was a more important problem than the time machine. Suzuha brought her hands up to her head.
いい父さん。私、いつまでもこうやってお説教できないんだからね。もうすぐ行っちゃうんだよ。
Suddenly there was a sad look in Itaru's eyes.
そういう顔しない。約束したはずだよ。もう迷うのはやめにしようって。
For the past 6 months, Suzuha had been thinking about whether it was really right to erase this world. But in the end, it was none other than Itaru who pushed her to go ahead.
ごめん。
She couldn't bear to see her father so depressed, so she patted his broad back.
しょぼくれてないで、母さんにメールして。予定の空いてる日がないか聞いて。で、空いてたら映画に誘う。
いきなりハードル高すぎ。
高すぎでも何でもいいから誘いなさい。いい？これは命令だからね。
命令って。
返事は？
さあ、イエスさあ。
That poor fellow. Satisfied, she headed off to take a shower.
でもその前にちょっとだけコンビニに行ってくる。にらまないで。なるべく太らないようなものを食べますんで、何卒お許しを。
バニラ。
はい。
私、シャワー出たらアイス食べたい。バニラ。
わかった。庶民がなかなか口にできない高級なやつをいっぱい買ってきてあげる。
いっぱいはいらないよ。一つでいい。
さあ、イエス。
And that was enough to cheer Daru up. He took his wallet and ran out of the lab.
やれやれ。世話がかかるんだから。
Yeah, that is true. She had just about taken off her jacket so she could take that shower. But...
Suzuha!
Itaru had come back into the lab.
どうかした？
階段のところにさ、こんなの落ちてたんだよね。
Itoru showed her a keychain he was holding. It was a round anime character whose color had faded to a smoky green. It was an Upa.
誰のかわかる？
まゆ姉さんじゃないの？
She leaned forward to take a closer look, and then felt like she was experiencing déjà vu.
このウーパー、どこかで。
Wait a minute. Was that the Upa that Mayuri gave to Kagari when she was a child? It makes sense if it's faded, but that's the same Upa that Okabe gave to Mayuri, which means we have two of the same fucking object in this world, or this time. She'd seen it before. She couldn't really remember when, but her internal alarms were going off. This keychain was extremely important. Upas were common enough that you could find them anywhere. The plastic edges had worn down, the paint was faded and coming off in places. But there was no dust, and there were no stains. Instead, it shone brightly, as if its owner had put a lot of effort into taking good care of it. The keychain was so old that, or the chain itself was so old that part of it had snapped off. That was probably how it got dropped.
どこだっただろう。どこかで見た。
マユシに見せてもらったとか？
そうなのかな。
She stared at the green Upa in Itaru's hands, and then in her mind she heard a young girl's scream. Oh, yeah. So I was right.
ずっと大切にしてきたウーパのキーホルダーだよ。かがりちゃんにあげる。大事にしてね。
She gasped. A feeling of indescribable terror raced down her spine.
まさかこれかがりのか。
And that was when she'd last seen it. August 13th, 2036. The day she'd gone into the time machine. That's when she'd seen the Upa. It was older and more worn now, but the more she remembered that day, the more certain she became. This was the Upa that Mayuri had given to Kagari, excuse me. She'd seen Kagari holding it and crying to herself many times before.
かがりってもしかして未来のマユシの娘？
うん。
見つかったん？
いや、でも向こうはこっちを認識しているんだ。
つまりどういうことだってばよ。
あいつこのラボを監視してるんだよ。
Satisfied, she headed off to take a shower. Ever since then, her careful efforts to defend the time machine had paid off, and she hadn't seen any sign of Kagari, but she'd never thought she'd be watching the lab.
いや、ちょっと考えれば当たり前のことだったんだ。あいつは私たちがシュタインズゲートに到達するのを阻止しようとしてる。この世界をなかったことにしたくないと思ってる。ということは私だけじゃなく父さんもマークされてる。
え？僕？
まあ父さんの命に危険はないとは思うんだ。世界線の摂理を信じるなら父さんは少なくとも2036年までは生きるはずだし、ただシュタインズゲート到達を阻止するために父さんの研究の邪魔はしてくるかもしれない。
A lot of bad things had been happening around Suzuha, Itoru, and Okabe Rintaro. There was some possibility that the final target was Itoru.
これからは用心のために私がいない時には必ずドアに鍵をかけておいて。
わかったお。
Or, you know, just lock the door in
おかりんおじさんや
general.
母さんやまゆ姉さんたちが一緒にいても絶対に開けっぱなしはダメだよ。気休めかもしれないけどドアチェーンもかけた方がいい。
でもさ、オカリンやマユシならともかくアマネシと二人きりの時にそんなことしたらなんか別の意味で怪しくね。アマネシに変な誤解されないかな。
それは確かに。
もしそれで嫌われでもしたら我が家のピンチだお。
Suzuha groaned softly, unsure of what to do.
父さんがもっと早く母さんと恋人になってれば何の問題もないのに。
で、結局そこへ話が戻るとか。
とにかく注意だけはしておいてよね。
Suzuha decided to keep the green Upa keychain. She softly ran her fingertips over it as she stared at it.
なあ鈴葉、かがりたんって血はつながってないけどマユシの娘なんだよね。
そうだよ。
あのマユシに育ててもらった子が人を襲うような恐ろしい人間になるのかな。なんか鈴葉の話とイメージが重ならないっつうか、もっと優しくてホワホワしてて可愛い女の子になってるんじゃないかなとか思ったり。
だとよかったんだけど。私も前はそうなると信じてたけど今のかがりは多分。
You know, people can change. From what she'd seen at the radio building, she could tell Kagari had definitely received professional combat training. It wasn't just the simple self-defense techniques that she'd learned from Suzuha when she was a child. As she'd grown up, she'd been taught the cold techniques of a killer. There was no way to know where she'd been or what she'd been doing, but ever since she'd gone missing in 1998, there was no doubt in Suzuha's mind that she was trying to ruin her plans. Damn. Who would have guessed that Kagari would be the antagonist in this sort of situation? It's pretty interesting. Alright, we'll save it here. I don't know what I was about to say, but whatever. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Sorry, I'm tired. But yeah, see you guys.